Hello everyone, welcome back, and that makes game here. And today we are diving into the art of implementing the dialogue flow. Not just any chat, but the kind that can make or break a deal in the world of retail. Imagine that you are the new intern and armed with a sticker gun and the power of slash prices. And your mission is to clear those shelves faster than a minimart on the eve of a snowstorm. In Chapter 1 of our game, you are not just changing the price tags, you are changing the fates. With every discount sticker, you spark a new dialogue, a chance to persuade, to deal, to charm. How do you get a customer to walk away with an armful of bargains they never knew they needed? That's the puzzle we are piecing together. So, buckle up as you craft the perfect pitch, the irresistible offer, and maybe just the right amount of cheeky banters turn a quiet store asshole into the hot spot in town. Let's get those shelves empty and our customers smiling. And are you ready to play the game with discounts? Let's roll. Yes, let's roll. That's just for the intro section, and I try to write something for the intro section for this new version of this video recording of this supermarket spree. And today, where we left off today, I have some time. I have found some time before my kids went to bed, and I wanted to make this time as good as possible, and I wanted to progress as much as possible this night time, this evening, before the kids went to the bed. And for the last 2 days, I do not for the last 2 days I do not manage to find any time to spare for this game development journey. However, today was a good day, and they gave me I have a time window about 1 to 2 hours, and let's go and let's continue where we left off. And let's just first check my notes about this. Inside the load text field after the shelf by element is emptied. Current question number should be updated. I do not remember anything about this section. Load text field after the shelf. Okay, shelf by element is emptied. Current question number should be updated. This may be related to this section shelf by shelf element. Yes. When I remember. When the all of the items in that shelf are bought by the customers and no element is left on that shelf, it just raises an event or gives an debug log about shelf emptied, because by shelf element is called from these customers, and when the customer receives this shelf is emptied return, or this null return just stops shopping on that shelf and return back to their original position. So while implementing this section to the question manager, because when the shelf is emptied, next question should be popped up. Next question should be pop up on the inside the game, or the next section, next question dialogue should be appear. So in order to do that, what can I do? If the shell is empty and shell emptied triggered another shelf element, or the question. What was my question? Current question number 1. Yes, chapter 1, task 1, and current question 1. If the current question number will be changed to 2, then this load chapter 2 task 1, load chapter 1 task 2, load chapter 1 task 1. And after the first question is emptied, after the shelf is emptied, this shelf should know about the load text fields. Let's just try like this. Serialize fields as load text fields equals not get component but find object of the load text fields, and this shelf should know the let's just serialized fields integer, and next question number after this shelf is emptied, which which will be 2. Then load text field. Okay, this is my shelf, or just set this. No, just keep it as 2 in here, and if load text field get current question, return current question number. If load text field get current question number, get current question does not equals to next question when the shelf is emptied, then that current question is integer current question, which is return void. Load text field sets current question, next question if the shelf is emptied. Yes, and then after the next question is set, load chapter 1 task. Load text field load chapter 1 task, and this will handle the next section of the logic. So let's try it. Let's just try it. And my character is went to the first question. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Touch the customer 1. Touch the customer 2. There's 4 elements inside. 3, 2, 1, and it is emptied. Now I have a problem. Shelf is emptied. Missing. What is missing? This is probably missing, because next question should be 2. Next, then I touch this guy and I touch this guy. They both try go to the shelf, buy the elements inside the shelf, and shelf is empty. But something is missing. What is missing? Where's my dialog? Arrow keys, manager quest. Okay, bulk balloon image. Okay, why the image? And let's find this field. Disable talking balloon. Disable talking balloon. Disable talking balloon. Disable talking balloon and enable talking balloon. On task action. Okay, how about now? My character just went to 1, 2, 3, 4. Check answer. Perfect. Question is correct. You are the best. You know maths better than me. You know maths better than anyone else. So they went to you're the clerk of this century. You are the best. So, banana price changed. They now cost. Oh, okay. Then tell the customers about to say. And yes, I need to know where the banana shelf is. Okay, let's just copy these things to another shelf. Let's say this one. Let's say that this is the banana shelf. Okay, over here. Okay, this is the banana shelf. And let's change this. This is the second shelf. Let's say this is the second shelf. And bananas for $20. But when the canvas, okay, this shelf needed to know next question number. Okay, each shelf should has a place header next shelf fields and add stand space. So what I wanted to add is that serialized fields a canvas next shelf canvas, and set this next shelf canvas enabled through my first shelf. Shelf 2 bananas, shelf 1 apples. Just order them. Shelf 1, shelf 2 as bananas, and at the beginning shelf 2 canvas should be disabled and shelf 1 canvas be here with this one. So when the game begins, should be in this position. Or wait, I touched him and touched this guy also. Maybe I can add indicator. Okay, bananas appear over here. They are now closed. What will be the new price? But why did you get me the same? Because where is my language JSON file? What will be the next price? What will be the new price? Chapter 1 question 2 does not appear because 1 question text. Chapter 1 question text 1. Chapter 1 question text 2. Question dialog flow. Talk balloon. Question fields. Okay. Question text. Okay. These question text fields should be updated. Question manager. Check answer. Increment value, decrement value, retrieve float value. Enable question, disable question, and public void update question field as current question, which is check answer, load first question. Oh, okay. Here is enable question, load question, text value. Where does this this false in here. Load first question, or just say this as update this field as load question field as integer current question. This is the question manager current question number, and when this is here and question manager, let's update this as integer question number chapter 1 question plus question number string, and then update the answer field as 0, which is put answer field dot text, set this to 0 to string. Actually, this is already a string. Character 1 to the 1 2 3 4, check answer, perfect. Touch the first customer and touch the second customer. They both go to the first shelf, buy some elements, the new price. Please try it again. Okay, it is asking for the same. Check answer. I need the if current value is language JSON answer 1 and set this correctly as 0.4 answer 1 answer 2 your text fields. Where is this? My check answer question manager check answer loader get text, which is which answer 1 answer plus current question number dot question field. Let's just add integer current question and here set this at the beginning as 0, so it doesn't matter. And when the load question field is called, set this as question number, and when the answer is equal to string, too much parentheses, no, answer key equals text answer key to string equals, okay, perfect. Or the other way around, let's the other way around. I want to integer try parse this value, retrieve integer value, retrieve value as integer value. Let's just, what is the actually this should be a float answer equals the float value, get answer key, and if current value will be equal to this answer, yes, the correct answer is rest. Let's just check this again, see that if it's working or not. 1 2 3 4 correct answer. I just touch first character and second character, they both went, okay, the next value should be 0.2. They both went to the elements, both the elements. Next, bananas $20, 1 2, great. I just touched this guy and touched that guy. Coroutine, stop coroutine customer, stop the coroutine. If coroutine is not null, then stop the coroutine. And also 2 3 4, this shelf also needed to have 4 elements, 1 2 3 4. Okay, yeah, I was in play mode, so let's just lock this and add these elements over the shelf. 1 2 3 4, check answer, perfect. Just touch the first customer, then touch the second customer. They will try to go for these elements on the shelves, 0 1 2, and nothing left. Now next question appears, bananas appears, and 1 2, great. Now I touch the first customer and I touch the second customer, but they are not moving. Why? Shelf is not empty. What are they waiting for? Is customer tricked by player? Oh, is customer tricked by player? If element by shelf element. I do not understand the reason behind it. Okay, 1 2 3. Answer not correct. 0.4. Great. Go to the first customer. Go to the second one. Customer tricked by the player and not tricked by player anymore. They want all the elements. Customer returning back. Is customer returning back? Okay. It's customer returning back the position. True. Then if the customer is returning back the original position, now it's false. True. False. That false. True. And now it's false. Then the coroutine should be started as move to target. But it looks like it's not started. Position not position. Okay. Do I have a coroutine? Customer stop time. team. Rigged by... No, this does not show me anything about the score team. Customer start position, target position. Okay, but move to target. Move to target. Hold by this game object name. To target called customer 2. Customer 2 called move to target. Customer 1 got all the elements. Remove to target called by customer 1. Okay, what's wrong with this customer 1? It calls move to target. It's patrolling, but does not go. Okay, the agent is stopped. False. Agent is stopped. Agent is stopped equals false. I guess I find the bug. Find and resolve the bug. Agent stop true. Then I touched this guy. I touched that guy. They both went for this items, shopping items, and shopping items are finished. When I touched him, now let's go. Now this guy went for this, and the other guy went for the banana shelf. And when the shelf is emptied, yes, I got an error because I do not have any third question. Let's rename this as shelf 3, and let's say these are grapes, and shelf 4 as apricots. Another shelf 5 has carrots. So shelf 1, 2 has next question as 3, 3 has next question as 4, has next question as 5, 5 has next question as 6. But the sixth question will not be there. It will be a next chapter trigger, but let's just keep it simple. It's like this, and chapter 1 chapter. This is next shelf canvas, and okay, I should get rid of these things and copy and paste these things. Set the canvases over each other. 0, 0. Okay, where are the canvases? Up 1. This is bananas. This should not be bananas, but okay, I will need to update these fields also. What? Grapes. Let's make it $30 and apricot for $40 and carrots for $50. This is the canvas fields. Yes, and the text should not be inside here, but they should be over inside this language file. So chapter 1 shelf 1 will be equal to apples /n for a new line, then $10 and nothing over here at the beginning. And this chapter 1 shelf 1 should be updated. Where is my question manager? When the question is loaded or the question is changed, the load question field is also this canvas should be disabled. Current question number, this is load question field, and current question number, this thing, load question value, also enable question, and question field, implanter fields, up arrow. No, the shelf will be responsible. Shelf. When the shelf is empty on the start. Was the question manager aware of this shelf? Where do I enable the canvas? Check answer. After the check answer is pressed, disable question, load text field, give correct answer, return target shelf. Okay, and disable the canvas. And the next question is not question field, but is canvas enabled? Disable canvas. Where did I enable this canvas? Next shelf canvas is enabled. True. Then when the next shelf canvas is enabled, load text fields. Where is this load text fields? What is this load text fields? This is load text fields. This is next shelf canvas. This is current canvas and canvas text fields. Let's say that serialize fields PMP row PMP text as canvas text fields, and your canvas text fields should be updated next shelf canvas. Text fields, if not empty, then loader. Where is this loader? Loader. Find object of type loader text as language JSON file chapter 1 shelf 1 chapter 1 dot shelf plus -1 because this should represent the current question, and set this to string. This is probably the ugliest looking code I saw in a long time. So what don't you? That text fields will be equal to this blah 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 blah. So let's find my language JSON file, and for the chapter 1 shaft 2 is bananas $20. 6 increase and decrease. Decrement, where are you? Increment value, not 0.1 but apricot, banana, grape, apple, because they do not have this reference. So let's just add this reference to them. This text field, and this is your canvas 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 text field. No null reference. Next. But the first one does not appear. Why? Where is the values? Canvas text field text should be updated when the start function is called, but it looks like it's not. No, the bananas are here, grapes are here. Wait, do I forgot to remove them? Yes, bananas and log. Give me the value of this. Carrots, apricots, grapes. Okay, something is strange. Chapter 1 shelf. Let's look at our language file. Chapter 1 shelf 1. This should return the chapter 1 shelf 1. But what is this? Next question after the shelf is empty. It's 3 and 4. What will be the next canvas? What will be the next canvas? This thing. What will be the next canvas? And this is the fifth one. Okay, why this is null? Bring chapter 1 shelf 1. What you don't like? What you don't like is this is chapter 1 shelf 1, and you should return me this chapter 1 shelf 1 value. But you are not. Why don't you? Why don't you give me this value? Chapter 1 shelf 1. Am I missing something in here? Shelf 1. But the talking balloon does not have anything. Almost text field. That text. Loader return. Loader return. It returns the value I want. Variable. Set this as string. E equals plus key. Shelf 1, shelf 1, shelf 2, shelf 1. How about loader.text? Loader.key. Okay, this is looking promising. I'm not really sure where my problem is, but right now it seems like the code starts working. So if it works, it works. Let's check the banana shelf also. Here is the canvas and here is the text. Yes, bananas are for $20. Let's check the apricots section also, and nothing here because I do not have any apricots. So let's update this language file with task 3 action, text 3, question 3 positive, question 3 negative, question 3 answer 3 shelf 3, which is grapes. Price change, they now cost $20% off, or let's say 30% off $20, 40% off $10, 30% off $20. Stock, what will be the new price? Is the bananas $20, 3%, bananas $20. Grapes changed, $30 off. Let's half the price of grapes and make it 15, and grapes for $30. Also task 3, task 4, and this is for task 5. Task 4, text 4, question 4, question 4. What is the fourth one? Is apricots. Price change, they now cost dollar off 60%. Off $40. $40 off 60%, 24. $4, and grapes at the start. This is not grapes but apricots at the start cost $40. And task 5. What is the final? Carrots. Price changed. Carrots for $50. These carrots must be made of gold, I guess. So let's get 25%, but 10% or 8%. And this will be the dollar for 8%, which will be equal to 40. And carrots at the beginning is cost 50. Let's just try it. Let's just test play it. Can you help us? Now the first shell. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. I touched him. I touched this. Another customer. Okay, what went for collect the elements, but I figure out that this shelf has 4 elements. This shelf does not have any elements. So let's just add, yeah, also this shelf does not has any elements. Shelf 2 has elements, shelf 3, shelf 4. Let's add the elements for shelf 5 also. So let's start testing. 2, 3, 4. Oh, it will be the new price. But that question is not 6.0. Okay. There is a bug in here about the sensor. Where is the sensor? Player sensor. In on trigger if other compare tag is shelf. If I touch the shelf is canvas enabled. Touch the customer. Touching the customer will not create any problem, but player sensor should be aware of the current question. And this current question field is stored inside load text field. Player sensor load text field. Oh, this thing also already aware of this load text field. If other compare tag shelf. If load text field gets current question. If load text field gets current question is the current question. It's current question which will be the integer question. And the shelf question number equals to shelf. And where is the shelf? Public void. No, not void, but public integer. Gets shelf question integer return gets shelf question. What is this question number? Which will be returning next question shelf is empty -1. That's definitely this is one of the worst thing that I named after, but let's shelf dot get shelf question number and if current question does not equals to shelf question number, then return here as a guard clause, which basically says that if the current I can touch the shelf, but if the current question does not compile and does not match with the next question, current question, the question field does not trigger anymore. As you can see, I'm touching here and nothing is triggered. No question field is triggered. Banana price changed. Next. What will be the new price? 6. Check answer. Perfect. You are a math pro. And this guy go over there to finish the shelf. And grape price changed. Now let's try to touch other shelf. What will be the newest price? Let's say it's 15. Perfect. And I need to touch guys. Okay. So far so good. So basically chapter 1 is finished right now. Player can go through and touches these shelves without any problem. By the way, 6th shelf is around here, or just make it around there. Also clear it and rebake it, but while rebaking these box colliders or layer default and the meshes collect objects. Okay, how about it's another layer for character triggers and set these cubes on this character trigger layer and set this character trigger layer and bake this goes okay. That's perfect. Now it ignores the character. Ignore my character. So basically the first chapter is finished. Let's go to my do list and should be updated. Be careful with my okay. This is finished. After the interaction is done, movement should be disabled. This movement thing I want to keep this for future reference. Integrate questions inside the talking volumes. This is also finished. And there is this language JSON file. Okay, so far so good for this chapter 1. Let's think about this chapter 2. The chapter 2, after the chapter 1 finishes, I needed to tell something about chapter 1 finish text as you managed to empty all shelves. You are a good intern. And let's update the chapter 2 welcome text. Let's update this to chapter 2 welcome text, which will be let's help me. Now we need to help me to revert the changes and chapter 2 context 2 context 1 context, and you change the price tags to base prices and stock the shelves with the new products before we open the shop. And then the next section is started. Chapter 2 task 1. Chapter 2 task 1. Apple's price were changed. Now Apple's cost 90% of original price. They cost $45. Where is the dollar? They cost $45. And let's add chapter 2 task, not task 2, but chapter 2 task 2 action text as please change the tag with original price and fill the shelves with new apples. Okay, more or less this is over, and I'm feeling a little tired for tonight. Maybe tomorrow morning I will continue on this. So let's add some items for this to-do list. As starts with chapter 2 dialogue, and chapter 2 dialogue does not, there will not be any customers, only rates of materials for filling the shelves. Also, I need to add grab and drop functionality in order to fill the shelves. And last but not least, changing question to 6 to be a trigger changing to the next chapter. Yes, that's all for today, and I hope to see you as soon as possible. And thanks for watching till now, and have a great evening.